What's going on there, guys? Anamanga is here to explain myself, to explain who these three characters are and what purpose they will be serving in the Tournament of Champions second tournament, or the second Tournament of Champions. Um, there are three duelists. So the storyline is, um, they were hired by kaibacorp, three duelists in Kaiba's time. We're about to go into different realities and times. It's gonna get weird and wacky. So three duelists, including this one I'm on right now, Celeste, are hired by Kaiba Corp to test out Kaiba's new reality warping machine or dimension transportation machine. Um, because Kaiba has more money than the Egyptian god cards. he just decides to test the boundless power of a duelist, and sends these three into three what he thinks are three separate realities, dimensions. um but obviously stuff goes haywire, wacky. They do get through, but they're gone for like hours. We don't know how long it is in the other realities time, but in Kaiba's time it was hours. So they were waiting. Then there was a huge explosion. They come back. They actually arrive back in the portal, back to Kaiba Court. Yeah, and they're evil now. They have been like possessed by whatever. They all went to a different reality. Um, and the reality that Celeste went to was the Xyz reality, because she uses Bujins, the Bujin archetype, and they're obviously known for their XZ monsters, or XYZ monsters, whatever you want to call it. So this is her deck. Yeah, just your typical run-of-the-mill Bujin deck. But yeah, her backstory before all this happened was that she actually had already worked with Kaiba Corp. She had already worked with Kaiba Corp, and she volunteered because she wanted to, you know, to fulfill the dream of Kaiba. Of course, this doesn't really make a difference as she's now evil and all she wants to do is destroy everything, mainly Kaiba Corp. Of course, everyone's always after Kaiba Corp, it seems. They want to destroy Kaiba Corp, want to destroy Domino, and soon the whole world. Yeah, so that's her backstory. She already worked for Kaiba. So you can see these decks have the same 10 staples. Mirror Force, Pot of Greed, Charity, Reborn, Swords, Duster, Double Duster, sorry, Raigeki, and yes, the famed Illusion Gate and Torrential Tribute. They all have these 10 cards, all three decks. So I think you've seen all the Bujin deck. That card's really powerful. This card is super powerful. It's going to be really tough to beat. I will tell you the purpose of these characters, like in the tournament, in a second. Let me just get through all the three. So the next character we're going to profile is Angelica. Angelica is obviously one of the three that were basically test rats, lab rats. She of course uses Shadal, as you can see. I think this is the most broken deck of the three. It's the most consistent. Shadals are really OP, really powerful. They steal opponents' monsters. They're known for, fusion, and that's the dimension she went to, was the fusion dimension. She comes back, and yeah, evil. Of course, with that face, already looked evil anyway. And the main problem is, the main story with Angelica is Angelica was actually a homeless kid, and Kaiba, and an orphan, and Kaiba took pity on that, and he allowed her, room and board, and also if she would help him with this task. Of course, it's backfired now, and Yeah, she's evil. So Shadalls, yeah, everyone knows Shadalls and loves Shadalls. They're creepy because they're dolls, but especially this one, Construct. I guess Construct is the boss of this deck. So there you go. That's it for Angelica. Angelica is also the youngest too, of course, as you can tell. And of course, the third member who went into the, different reality, and the leader of the three, Daniel. Daniel went into actually two separate. This is why he's the leader. He went into two separate realities, and it really warped his mind more than the others. This is why he's the leader. He went into the ritual dimension, and he went into the synchro dimension. Oh, and the XYZ. He went into three. I'm sorry. He went into three. I forgot I put XYZs in there. So he went into three. This guy is gone nuts. This guy has really gone nuts. His mind has been split three different ways. Obviously, he uses heralds, which is a really situational archetype. If it's pulled off, your opponent can't do anything because of ultimateness and what's the other one called? Perfection. Because of ultimateness and perfection. If it's pulled off, can be the strongest deck because your opponent literally cannot do anything. So his story, before his mind got split like spaghetti, he actually was a friend of Yugi. Yugi knew this kid, and he formerly, he went to Domino High, but he dropped out to do this project. He was a straight A student, and now he is a psychopath who is bent on destroying the Earth, Domino, Kaibacorp, Earth, whatever. And it's up to the job that they're going to serve is they are the obstacles in the way for the us 20 champions that are going to compete. So the first round is going to consist of this. It's literally going to be all 20 champions splitting up into groups of 3 groups. A group of 6, a group of 7, and a group of 7, because it's only 20. So one group faces one of these guys, which, for example, Daniel. And then the next group will face Angelica, and then the next group will face Celeste. And that's how it's going to go for the first round. This is how we judge who passes to the next round. And it's also up to these characters to save the world. That's kind of the point of the theme of this tournament. You get it? And so basically, the top 3 advance from each group, which will give us 9 on the next round. But, this is a big but. The way to pass to the next round is you have to. I'm literally going to write down every stat from every duel. Everyone in the group is going to duel their assigned duelist once. So everyone in that group of 7, for example, will duel Daniel once. Now, we're going to keep track of the life points. Whoever, the top 3 that take the most life points from, for example, Daniel, it doesn't matter, or Celeste, or Angelica, whoever takes the most points, the top 3 most points from their duelist, makes it to the next round. Now, I have a stipulation. There's another stipulation. If there is a tie at all, I'm writing down the number of turns it takes. Whoever takes the less number of turns but is tied advances. So the less number of turns advances. And that's how it's going to go. That's the entire first round. I'm not going to divulge the second round until we get to that point. But this is the first round. I wanted to explain it all to you guys. This is the second Tournament of Champions stage, the first round stage. I thought it was a unique theme. It's basically a survival tournament. Save the world, survive. Kind of reminds me of Season 4 of Duel Monsters with Waking the Dragons, where they had to survive. the Orichalcos soldiers and everything. So now you guys know your 3 duelists are Daniel, Daniel, who uses heralds, and he also uses 3 different types of monsters: rituals, synchros, and XYZs. Angelica, who uses fusions, shaddolls, and let me get to her. La di da di da. And Celeste, who uses XYZs, Bujins, or Bujins, Bujingis, whatever you want to call them. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. This will probably be out, I don't know, Sunday or Monday to explain it all before, the coming weekend. So if you guys have any questions, and this will be a premiere, so you guys can ask me questions in real time. And I'll answer them, of course. Any questions, just ask me anything about the tournament. The 20 duelists are the 16 confirmed champions we've had so far, except I wanted to explain this last thing. We have 16 confirmed champions and 4 fan favorite duelists that are in. Now, someone wanted Tony the Tiger in there. This is my another stipulation I can't have. There will be no, unfortunately, there will be no ultimate crossover characters in here. So no Masquerade, no Tony the Tiger. They're the 2 winners of those tournaments. Because they were like add-on exhibition tournaments. They weren't real tournaments for to decide who will be in the Tournament of Champions. Now, I'm in the Tournament of Champions because I won the Machines Max tournament, but that was not an exhibition. That was a real tournament. So, I just wanted to explain it. And if you want, I can say everyone that's going to be in the tournament. Hold on. I have it on my phone. I'll say it all, and that'll be the last thing for this video. The champions that will be competing are as follows. Pip from Zexal. Adrian from GX, because I forgot him in the last TOC. I have to put him in this one. Zone from 5Ds. Taya from Duel Monsters. Darts from Duel Monsters. Axel from GX. Kaiba 3 times won in this season for the TOC from Duel Monsters. Rebecca from Duel Monsters. Pharaoh won twice this season from Duel Monsters. Igami from Duel Monsters. Manga Jaden from GX Manga. Mai twice from Duel Monsters. Adina, Duel Monsters. Bandit Keith, Duel Monsters. Anna Manga. I consider myself from Duel Monsters, but I guess I'm from nowhere. A rogue. Tamagotchi Guy, Season 0. Jack, 5Ds. Serenity and fan favorite. Serenity fan favorite, Duel Monsters. Bakura, fan favorite, Duel Monsters. Crow, fan favorite, 5Ds. So, and then the 3 adversaries, the evil, I'm gonna call them the 3 cataclysms, I guess. We'll just call them the cataclysm triple. How about that? That's a cool sounding name. The 3 are Daniel, who uses heralds, Angelica, who uses shaddolls, and Celeste, who uses bujins. So, again, if you have any questions, just ask me. Like and subscribe on YouTube. The channel's name's Anna Manga. See you for the next one. See you for the tournament. Bye, guys.